Hi friends, it's Mary from Aforementioned Thoughts. Today I'm stopping by with something really exciting. I'm going to be unboxing my new Apple Watch. So earlier this summer, I'm not even sure what cued it, but I started looking into Apple Watches, and honestly I didn't think I would get one because I didn't see a real need in it. I have a Fitbit and that seemed to work well for a lot of things, but the more I looked into Apple Watches, the more useful I thought that one would be in my life, because right now I have a 2-year-old, and it's force of habit a lot of times to pick up the phone when she's playing nearby or something like that. At times that I really would rather not pick up my phone. So I have been trying to cut that a bit, but I don't want to keep my phone too far from me because if someone does call and has an emergency or needs me urgently via text, I don't want to miss those. And so I do get phone notifications via my Fitbit, but I do not get text notifications, and a lot of times I'll get texts that need to be responded to fairly quickly by either friends or family members. So it's not an all the time thing, but enough that I don't feel comfortable leaving my phone in another room or anything like that. So I decided I was going to save up to get an Apple Watch, and my hubby said, well, let's just go ahead and get it. And I said, no, let's wait for my birthday. And we actually were in the store, and I wanted to look to see what size I wanted to look into getting. And they mentioned that at Best Buy they were having a sale, and it was one of the best sales I've ever seen, because I've been trying to kind of price it to see how much it was going to cost. We have the money for it, but you know, when you get something like this, it kind of feels like a splurge. And so because it was such a good sale, and I've been looking at it for about a month now, and I hadn't seen a sale like this before, we decided to go ahead and get it. And my sweet hubby said, you can go ahead and have it, even though it is technically for my birthday gift in September. He said you can go ahead and have it early. So I wanted to bring you guys in as I do my unboxing so that you can see what all comes in an Apple Watch if you think that you may want one as well. I'm gonna go ahead and get all the plastic off, and I'll be back with you soon. So my first observation when I opened it up was, gosh, feels like a really big box. I did not expect it to be this big at all, especially compared to iPods and iPhones and things like that. I always feel like those boxes are super small, and this was rather big, so I'm interested to see what's inside. As always, beautiful packaging, sturdy, not that that really matters, but you know, I was always an anti-Apple person. And I can't help it. Their stuff is well made. So it looks like these are directions. Yes. So these are directions and information packets. Oh, okay. Did not expect this either. So it looks like it comes with one band, which I knew it would. But it looks like it comes with a medium and large size for the bottom. So that's kind of cool. I don't think that I'll need that. I don't know what size that is. So I may need that, but I'm going to go ahead and keep all of this together for now. I did decide to go, I don't know if you've seen the rose gold Apple Watch. The rose gold one is gorgeous. But when I was looking at different bands, because that's one thing I'm really excited about, is later on down the road getting different bands to go with it, I really loved some of the yellow ones, which is different for me. My little girl loves the color yellow, so it's starting to wear off on me. And rose gold and yellow doesn't sound very nice together for me. So I decided to go with the silver, because you can get covers to go on it if you want to, and that comes with the white band. So I'll probably stick with this white band for a while. I don't know how long, because I'm pretty sure like with everything white that is this texture, I'm betting there's going to be some rub off of color and things like that on that, but it feels sturdy and great. Has some directions here. I'm gonna set this aside and see if there's anything else we need down in here. Oh, the charger, of course. Okay. So this is the little dock charger that comes with it, and the plug. So I'm interested to see this work as well, and I think that that's it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put those back in there for now. I'm sure I'll have to charge it soon, but I do want to go ahead and get it set up now. Let's see. I'll see how far I can get without my phone. I am recording on my phone right now, so I may not get very far with this, but let me take off my Fitbit. I don't plan on getting rid of my Fitbit yet. Obviously it can be useful for some things. This is actually the second Fitbit I've had that's this design. The first one came apart, but I love it for the silent alarm, and I'm betting a future Apple Watch will have that. But right now, I may use this for a silent alarm. So I'm going to go ahead and take this off. Does anyone else get super nervous when they like take off the protective coating from a watch? I'm always like, oh no, I'm going to scratch it. I have a feeling I'm going to feel this way for a while with this watch because it feels so nice, but it's meant to be worn, so wear it I will. Okay, let's see if it powers on. I don't think you have to charge it before you go. Let me put this down in here. I always like to keep everything in the beginning. I try not to keep it too long, but I always just kind of keep everything in a box because you don't know what you need when you open something. So I'm gonna leave that there. So let me see if it turns on. Maybe I need to read the directions. You think? Oh, no, there it goes. That is one thing I love about Apple products. You really don't have to read the directions most of the time. So we'll watch it boot and see what I need to do to pair it. I was nervous to go ahead and get this. One of the reasons I was going to wait, besides just for my birthday, was to see if they came out with a new one in the fall, and I feel pretty assured that based on the fact I went ahead and got this, that they will probably come out with a new one in the fall. But I decided to go ahead for it, and hopefully it'll be a little bit longer, so I'll feel justified in going ahead and getting this now. And another thing that kind of urged me to go ahead and get it now, besides the fact that it was on a really good sale, is we were actually at a story time with my little girl this morning, and I didn't want to have the phone in my backpack, so I ended up like carrying it and sitting it beside me at the story time. And I was like, gosh, we have some family members who, if they need to get a hold of me, I want to make sure they're able to get a hold of me if at all possible, because there have been some health issues in the past, but I don't want to... All right. I don't want to have my phone on me all the time. I don't want that to be a normal thing, like on me as in sitting beside me out where I can see it. I don't mind it being on my person somewhere in a pocket or something like that. I am actually opening this, I think it's like 1 a.m. here. I had some virtual assistant work I needed to get done, and I wanted to go ahead and get this going before my little girl got up in the morning. So I thought about going to bed and doing it then, but I was like, no, it would be much easier to do it now. Okay, so it looks like I need to get on my phone, which I'm using to record. Oh, look at that. Well, isn't that fun? Okay, so I'm going to get off of this video for the moment, try to pair this watch, and I'll be back in a moment. Okay, so I am back, and I would say the setup took maybe about 5 minutes. Now that is, my phone's in a tripod so that I can record this for you, and that is including like trying to maneuver a tripod in the air. So it wasn't bad to set up at all. It asked me things like, did I want to set up the health situation? Did I want to set up, a passcode, things like that. So I went ahead and set all that up, and right now what it's doing is syncing the apps that I have available for the iPhone. So I'm gonna let it do that, and I'll be back soon. All right, looks like we're done. Let's see what I need to do now. There we go, look at that. Okay, so it's already synced to the time. I told you it was pretty late. I'm just gonna play around with it a little bit, see what we can do. I am excited to use this timer. That is one thing that I use my phone for every day, is setting up a timer for my little girl, because she seems to do really well if I give her, sorry if I'm shaking you guys, she seems to do really well if I give her a time, and I try to let her know. I usually set it with Siri so that she can hear me set it, how much time we have left to play or before we transition to a new activity, and she really responds well to that. So let's see if it makes a sound, how loud it is. Hopefully not too loud, everyone's asleep, but I only set it for a minute, so let's see what that sounds like. Okay, so that's not too bad at all. I'm sure I can turn up the volume or change the sound tone, but that is so awesome that I'm gonna have that on my wrist to help her with those transitions. She really, like, she asks for them now. If we're out at a friend's or family member's house and I say, you know, we're gonna have to start cleaning up soon just to kind of get her prepared, she's like, Mama, set the timer. So that is a great option to have. And I love that they have them preset as well. All right, let's see what else. Okay, so I really like that dock's pretty easy to get to. Notifications are pretty easy to get to. And this is something that I've been looking forward to, are the different watch faces. I'm not sure which one I'm really gonna go with. I know that I can change what they call the complications. I think I have to do that in the app, I'm not sure. So I'll be giving that a try over the next few days. This is one of the ones I was looking for. My little girl is gonna love this one.
It's 1:24.
Yeah, she's gonna love that. And that is going to drive me crazy. So we're not gonna leave this on here too much, but it will be a fun treat for her sometime. Is that it? Oh, there's Mickey. So this is a not well-centered photo actually of, yeah, I don't know how to center it better. Me and my little girl when she rode a pony at a local festival. That is really cool that it's already set for that. So I am looking forward to being able to make my own custom faces and that sort of thing as well. Okay, so it looks like my playing around with music didn't help things. It turned off the video, so I'm not sure what you guys missed, but the music seems to come from the phone right now, which is kind of a bummer. I was kind of hoping it would come from the watch, but that's okay. Let's see if there's anything else I want to play with on here. I have to feel like they're probably going to change this sort of interface eventually, right? It's not terrible, but it's definitely not overly easy either. Could be better. Let's look at the Bible app. I use this one every day to read my Bible verse and then also devotionals in my scriptures from the Bible. All right. Oh, there's the verse of the day. Let's see. There we go. Oh, that's King James. We're gonna have to work on settings. I do not prefer the King James over others, but that's awesome that I can check in on the verse of the day. Okay, it looks like I can sign in and then maybe see my other items. That's really cool. So I'm pretty excited. There's a lot I want to try, but I don't want you to see personal information or anything like that. But I am really excited about this. Oh, look, there's heart rate. Let's see if it seems pretty accurate compared to my Fitbit. Yep, that's usually about my norm. So that's cool. All right, so I'm going to go for now. I need to get to bed soon. So I'm going to play around with this just a little bit more and then head to bed. And I'll try to give you guys a review in a few weeks or a month and let you know if I think it's worth it. It is pricey, and like I said, we had the budget for it for a little splurge. But it is pricey. I thought I get hesitant to buy anything this much as like a splurge for myself, but I'm hoping that it will make our day flow better and still let me be connected in case someone needs me. So I'm excited to give it a try, and I'll let you know from a mom's perspective if I think it's worth it in a few weeks or a month or so. So if you have the Apple Watch, what is your favorite feature? What do you think I should make sure I use on it? Any tips or tricks as I get started with it, please let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to see more videos about my Apple Watch, be sure to subscribe. I'll have at least one more in the future, maybe even more than that. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a blessed day. Bye-bye.